In association with Grendel Records and Rockwater Entertainment, WSHUG 108 presents...
Welcome to Espresso Talk with your radio madame, Miss M, and her co-host,
Shug White.
Right?
Radio.
We now join the following program already in progress.
That was the first time you went to the Variety Playhouse.
That's right.
It's
that's
a nice
right. Now,
little theater.
But I
It's a
love
nice
5 Points. You're right. You can see some gutter punks there, and they'll be like, "You spare a dollar?
Got a dollar?
You spare a dollar?
Got a dollar?
You spare a dollar? Spare a dollar?"
That's from a show we love, isn't it?
That's right. It is from the show.
Portlandia. One of my favorite shows, Fred Armisen. And Carrie
Brownstein and
two
Fred
of my
Armisen.
very favorite comedians, actors, musicians, all of it.
And how's this for a ham-handed segue? We saw Fred Armisen.
Just a couple of weeks ago. He came to town. I was so happy.
Now I don't know if anybody is
At the Variety Playhouse.
the Variety Playhouse again.
This is a great place to see a show because it's small.
I love it because
It's a nice venue.
They've got the seats when you're
when you're an old lady and an old man.
When you're an older guy, and older gal like us,
the back starts to hurt a little bit.
And it's not far away from the
stage.
Away. It's close.
We could have been close to the stage at that show.
And they gave you the
we was in the front row.
You gave you the freedom if you wanted to go and stand up and be miserable, you could.
Until your back ached and your legs were falling asleep.
That's what I didn't. That's the first thing I didn't understand is why you want standing room only at a comedy show.
Although I was tempted to go up there and just lean on the stage and just stare at him and psych him out because he's one of my favorites. I love Fred Armisen.
I love him as well. I just didn't.
What was the name of the show?
I didn't see a purpose. I just didn't.
No, I wanted to sit.
Why do you're not gonna stand? Nobody's standing room
and
only
it was
at a comedy club.
It was a comedy show, but it was music related. What was the name?
Well, would you think it was more comedy or more? Well, it was
there's
comedy
and music.
There's a Netflix. Cha-ching! There's a Netflix show that he had done, a stand-up routine called Stand Up for Drummers.
Yes, Stand Up for Drummers, which was very funny.
Very, very funny, and he had all amazing musicians in the audience, and that was just for drummers specifically.
Right, but he had like 20 drum sets set up on his stage there.
That's
he had
right.
so many drum sets.
Not on the show.
On the Netflix.
On the Netflix.
That was different than the one we saw.
But it was great people in the audience. Jay Mascis.
Famous drummers listening.
Trey from Green Day.
Was Lars there? Was Lars there from Metallica?
I don't know. I don't think Lars.
I don't think Lars was there. But there was a lot of drummers.
Lars is too busy fighting music piracy. But they were
he
all...
would hate us then. We won't put any Metallica samples in here. We don't claim any rights to anything. We're just having fun.
One note of
I don't want Lars on my back.
One note of ride the boop, and the next thing you know, we're getting
Lars.
One note. I can't even say one note. One.
No sir.
I can't even.
I don't want any trouble.
Darkness implode. That's as far as I can get. I can say the word.
No,
darkness.
we can't even. I'm not even touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm not sorry.
But nonetheless,
we got off track. Anyway, Fred Armisen.
Nonetheless, Fred Armisen did a stand up for music lovers kind of a deal, and so we.
Was it? I can't remember the name of the show. It was stand up for musicians, but everybody's welcome.
Stand up for musicians, but everybody's welcome.
That's right.
That's what it was.
And he had some things on his stage. He had one drum set, a
right.
guitar,
He had a guitar,
weird like a light screen, which we didn't know what it was for at first. Remember?
The little light screen.
We were like, what was that for? But we found out later.
We found out later. I don't want to give away his show because we want you to go and see his show.
And it might be on Netflix. I don't think they were recording it.
No.
They might have recorded it in another city.
But I mean,
it was a multiple city tour.
The similar shtick that's on the Netflix special is also on. Is also in the live show that we saw.
Yes.
Now a couple of hints. California. No, Florida.
He's just so funny. He's just a funny guy. He's a naturally funny guy. I laughed so hard my stomach hurt.
Such a nice man, and
he seems like a really nice man.
Maybe he did the Q&A afterwards.
And then there was another comedian there with him, Marilyn Rice.
That was
what was her last name?
Marilyn Rice.
And she has a podcast
Now
too.
She does have a podcast.
I listened to it the other day.
Brilliant. And you may know her, depending on your age range. You may know her from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She plays Gail the Snail.
What's up, suckers?
You may know her from 24, if you're a little older.
Yes,
she played Chloe O'Brien.
Damn it,
She was
Chloe.
also,
Damn it, Tony.
some kids like my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter says she saw her in Night School.
Marilyn
Rice.
She's very funny, very talented. And
very
you know what I
funny.
liked about that show?
What's that?
Shug White. How Fred she was the opener, right?
She was.
But Fred did not put her out on the stage all alone before
That's
him.
right.
He came out first and he warmed up the crowd. He warmed up the
That's
crowd
right.
for her.
And he let her go in the middle.
And then he let it go in the middle, so
'Cause
he
he
didn't put
wanted-
her out there cold.
That's
people
right, because he wanted everybody to be there.
And even though she's very funny, you know how it is with the opener. People going to get
Absolutely.
drinks, they're going to the bathroom, they're going to go
Absolutely.
smoke
Whenever you're the
cigarettes,
opening band or
they're
the
wandering
opening
about,
act,
they're
yes.
talking to their friends, they're
That's
on their
right.
phone.
That's right.
But they weren't doing any of that because
No.
he sat there on the stage
Such
with
a
her.
nice man.
Just seems
And
like a nice man.
a really nice.
He seems like a nice man.
He just said, "All right, I'm gonna sit back here. This is Marilyn Rice, my
What's up,
friend,"
suckers?
And boom, and
And
there
she
she
did
was.
her 20 minutes
And she was good.
check, and she was very funny,
good.
and we
She was
laughed.
very-
and
we-
you got to meet her.
And we both met her.
and
We
you
met
was
her
a little
afterwards.
starstruck, I think.
I was
lost
a bit
your words.
starstruck. She's Chloe O'Brien.
You
She's
lost
Gail the
your
Snail.
words. You grabbed her like a teddy
Well,
bear.
that's the problem. I sort of treated her like she was like the paper cutout of Marilyn
I had
Rice.
to speak to her. I said, "My boyfriend wants to take a picture. Is that okay?"
Yeah, I'm glad you said that first. I'm glad you said that first.
'Cause you lost your
Because I was
words.
just like, hey, come here. I'm going to take a picture with you. Well, I got to get a picture with
Just
Chloe.
like a
And it's
giant-
like she didn't have a chance.
You're like a giant, like an ogre, just
yeah,
coming
like
at her.
Yeah, well, yeah, you get
Like
like
Shrek.
you see a 265-pound man coming at you with a Wu-Tang t-shirt.
She seemed a little surprised, but she was nice.
265-pound white man with a Wu-Tang t-shirt coming at you. You're going to take the picture.
It was a little scary, but
That was sort of the smile
But
she made.
I smoothed it over. I said, "Do you mind?
Well,
Thank you so much. You're so funny."
You're
I
my
said.
diplomat. You're
Yes,
my representative.
I'm
You
very
have
good
to
at being diplomatic. You
You
have to
have
be
to be.
diplomatic with people.
You have to
Or you treat them like they're 2 years old. I find that works best.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I taught preschool for a few years,
Yes, you did.
and I learned a lot how to deal with people, just
Yeah.
dealing with children.
Especially giant children like
Because
myself.
adults are just giant.
Well,
well,
we're not
no
that much
comment.
different. We're not that much
No
different.
comment, Shug White.
I'll comment. I won't take the plead the fifth of Jack.
Well, I'm glad we cracked ourselves up, Shug
Me
White.
too.
If we're not amusing anybody else, at least we're amusing ourselves.
But
I hope people like the show, though.
you know,
Listen up to
They
the
will.
show. I hope you subscribe.
I know they will.
Subscribe it.
Subscribe, please. Hit the subscribe button.
We have a channel. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button on your YouTubes.
Give
and
us
then,
a like, a comment.
And then I went plural.
But be careful because I do have a bit of a fragile ego, so please just don't leave any negative comments.
Be nice.
I'm just kidding. I can handle it. I've got thick skin.
I mean, I don't want to.
I've been through the ringer, you know, Shug White.
I'm not worried about anything as far as.
I don't care. I was just
you
kidding.
got thick skin.
I got thick skin.
I don't care.
I was just joking
I don't
around.
care.
But everybody likes positive
Absolutely.
feedback.
Absolutely.
Even anybody.
Yeah.
Even everybody.
Everybody
Henry Rollins too.
I'm getting
love.
madder
Everybody
and
needs
madder.
love.
Everybody needs
wants
love.
a little love. That's all we want.
Absolutely.
So,
Everybody
but
needs a
anyway, the
little
Fred
love.
Armisen show was a fun show. We had a good time.
Yes, it was
We
beautiful.
laughed the whole time,
It was
probably
beautiful.
louder than anybody in the whole theater.
Absolutely.
We laughed so much.
Well, ATL
It was
is
a beautiful day.
ATL is one of the greatest places you can find anything here, whether it's a nice restaurant from any culture or any show you would
Any
want to
country
see.
that any kind of food you want to eat, any kind of
We've
music
got
you
it.
want to hear,
You want
any kind
Ethiopian,
of show,
you want
comedy,
Martian, whatever you want.
serious theater, dance, music.
Absolutely. Any kind of music you would want, any kind of band comes through this town.
There's
all
so
come
many.
through here.
It gets overwhelming.
It does.
I miss shows because I look at the paper or whatever online, and I'm like, there's so many. I can't.
I know.
My
It's like
brain's gonna
it's
explode.
the new Hollywood.
I'm like, oh my god.
It's the new Hollywood
And then we
days.
have the film industry.
It's the new Hollywood.
The
they
new
say.
Hollywood.
It's
You know.
the new Hollywood. They
That's
say.
what we were
Absolutely.
trying. The next thing we got to do is
Absolutely.
get you in the movie.
I saw a big gentleman with a Stranger Things 3 coat on, and that means they're
Oh,
filming
yeah?
that and there, and all
Where'd
the
you see
Marvel
that?
films.
Well, we
that
see-
was at a Walmart.
Oh,
Actually. See, I can go to Walmart and see a production member of the production.
Maybe we
crew.
could. That's our next step is to get you in the movies, Shug White,
I'd love
because I
to
think
in
you'd
the
be good.
films. Well, if they need somebody said something to the effect of, I wouldn't mind being a zombie on Walking Dead, and I think somebody said something to the effect of, "We don't ever see a fat zombie." I see a fat zombie all the time.
Oh, that's so mean. That wasn't nice.
That doesn't bother me.
That
That
wasn't
doesn't bother me. I eat more.
I've seen fat zombies.
Wouldn't a fat
anyway.
zombie eat more people?
I mean,
That's
a
what
zombie's just a zombie.
He just eats more. Whether it's food or
Whatever. They just get skinny after a while.
Pre or post zombie.
I don't know about the zombie apocalypse. We'll see if it
not worried
happens.
about
I'm not worried about that.
I was more partial to Mad Max. I like the Mad Max.
The Mad Max.
The Mad Max take on the apocalypse. I prefer. I want the football pads and the leather pants and the dune buggy.
The dune buggy and the desert.
Yeah, I want to have
the leather.
Yeah, I want to have a cool name.
What is it with us and leather? We're always talking about leather all the time.
Everybody likes leather. I watched the movie and I saw a guy digging in the summertime. I believe it was Jeff Bridges digging in the summertime or outside in a pair of leather pants. Great film.
Digging dirt.
Gordon. It was
like digging a ditch.
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. He was working outside with a crew. Like a landscaping crew of some kind, and he was doing it in leather pants, which
that sounds impossibly hot.
Well, hats off to Jeff Bridges for doing that back in his early days.
We were talking about leather pants again last night because we were watching the Doors
We always
documentary.
end up talking about leather pants.
And we were watching the Doors documentary.
All my favorite people have leather.
Well, Jim Morrison always wore the leather pants, and I heard he wore them sometimes for days.
I've always been
Weeks,
months.
Pam had to tell him to change his leathers.
That's right.
Every once in a while,
right.
because it was getting pretty bad. I think.
I believe his exact words was like, "Well, I don't know about that." He wasn't gonna change it. Those
He didn't want
leathers.
to. He would wear them for weeks.
And I've always had friends that were in leather.
I don't know how we keep getting on the leather. Maybe it's a thing. I don't know. We'll get back to it.
That's right. Another god of mine who liked leather was Freddie Mercury. He liked all kinds of leather.
And Danzig, of course.
Danzig, of course. I think he wears leather now.
I think he still wears the leather.
That's right. He's probably.
I don't have my leather jacket anymore. My punk rock leather.
I can see Danzig at like 80 years old with a leather shawl.
and a leather cane.
And a leather
walker.
A leather wheelchair.
A leather wheelchair.
A leather. What do you call those things? Those the things you ride around on.
Electric scooter.
The electric scooter, but they have another like the lock. They have the leather lock. It could be a leather lock.
I don't know about all that.
The leather lock out there. It's a rock and roll for the rock and roll retirement home.
For the old man, for the elderly, rock and roll, old punk rockers.
For the old punk.
Pretty soon that'll be us, Shug White. We can race. We can race them at the Walmart.
I'm always ready.
We can race the motorized scooters at the Walmart.
Absolutely. I gotta get a hearing aid so I can listen to The Exploited.
Huh? What?
Huh? Let's start a war? Did he say let's start a war? Said Maggie one day. Is that right?
I think we might be the last of the punk rockers. I'm not sure.
That's all right.
That's okay. We're like the last of the Mohicans over here.
Last of them, literally.
Literally
the Mohicans when you speak.
But at least we have children, so we know that our name will carry on. And
the name carries on.
Our DNA will carry on forever.
And punk rock, there'll be a new punk rock, and there's a new rap every day. There's a new frontier.
But there's punk rock that is called punk rock today is not like the punk rock of our old days. Absolutely, but we'll talk more about that another episode.
We'll talk about that.
More to come on that.
You want some more coffee?
Yeah, I need to get some more coffee. I'm getting a little tired.
Let's get you some more coffee.
I'm a little bit clamped. Talking about Jim Morrison's leather pants. We'll be back. We're going to get some more coffee. Thanks for coming to the show.
Take care.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to your radio madame, Miss M, and her co-host, Shug White, on Right Radio, Espresso Talk. Brought to you by WSHUG 108.
In association with Grendel Records and Rockwater Entertainment. You keep listening, we'll keep talking.